to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Arizona will boot it away to start this one. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So UCLA's offense comes onto the field first today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to pass, it's Iamaleava. Close to the marker, it's Flores. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Can't get him to the ground. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wants to keep it in the air. Floating away. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left. And he missed it. No good. Flag on the field, and the kicker's going to have a little bit shorter distance to work with here. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. They're looking to pass from the red zone. The throw. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air. It's Iamaleava. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They send the... They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all take.
He gets it in! Touchdown, UCLA!
That great first drive by this offense, capped off 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Getting set for the extra point effort, putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. It has the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
Man, it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Makes the catch. Brownie on the Jets. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They're setting up the screen. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Going up top again. Catch in the middle, it's Marshall. There he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first down. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8. The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Making side adjustments here. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Here's the pressure. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Pressure coming. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time he's got his man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on 1st down. Hand off from the gun. Spins away from the defender. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The Wildcats have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Snagged in the middle, it's Butler. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Anderson wants to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, they weren't able to come up with the completion on that play, but let's point out a positive here. How about the pass pro up front by this offensive line? They did an outstanding job giving their quarterback time to throw.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The short hands, it's Thomas. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Got his man downfield. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. The Bruins are rolling down the field. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Quarterback extends the play. He can't make the connection, it'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Oh, the attempt is no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll leave it with the lone back. He has the first and still on his feet. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Butler.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
From the gun, running back on the move. And the Wildcats have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Butler. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Breaks the tackle. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Anderson will throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
And this offense has put together a really nice drive, man. You really want to pay this off. Obviously, 3rd down approaching. Got to be smart with the football, but we want to cut into this lead as much as possible. Down a couple possessions. This would be huge right before the half.
Grab near the marker. It's Powell. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for the score. Touchdown Wildcats. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch and catch.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. He fires to the left side.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Here's a heat. Got his man down the middle. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires downfield. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incomplete.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bruins!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. A real bloodbath today at DKR. They're trailing by 18 to Auburn. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Anderson wants to throw. Hauls it in. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. And the Wildcats will hustle to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Moving out of the pocket. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. The Wildcats come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Here comes the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for
it's a running room. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Offense will try a strike on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. The Bruins are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. He slings it deep to the left. He's got it along the sideline. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This would be a prodigious kick from 56 yards out and from the left side. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Give to the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Bruins will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open the second half with a run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Anderson will throw. Rush is on him. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And, man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Arizona runs out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets rid of it. That's caught. It's Thomas. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He wants to take the top off. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. You saw it on that last play coming away with the hit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Butler. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Anderson wants to throw. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
He wants it all. Snags it. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The Bruins are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the catch. It's Marshall. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. Wide open spaces. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires left. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
Back to throw, it's Ucla. Fires to the wideout. He's the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. Touchdown, UCLA! Quick strike through the air for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
The snap sets up the throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Anderson will throw. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Catch in the middle. It's Butler. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. A little screen to the running back. Across the 25, he's got room. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona. Number 3. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Arizona, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Ucla. And the Pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. He'll get rid of it. Rolls it in. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Stopped at the 44, the defense coming up with a big interception. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Just